First leg of this, Phoenix to Los Angeles. Here we go. We're at Tom Bradley International Terminal here in LAX. We got here way earlier than our flight to Taiwan. We actually departed at 2:30 and it's currently 9 a.m. We want to make sure that we have no hiccups getting to the international flight since from LA, so we booked the earlier flight out of Phoenix. But now we're chilling here, not a lot to do. Eventually we did make it in and got to the American Express Lounge where we got to chill, eat some more food, and hang out. We were meeting Tessa's family at the airport because we're all doing this as a family trip. Michael, my brother-in-law, loves making some incredibly good coffee, so he was making that over there at the airport with his AirPress there, which is really nice. We flew China Airlines and everything was Zootopia themed for some reason, like literally extremely aggressive branding with Zootopia everywhere, as you'll probably see a little bit later on in the background in some of these videos. But we got on the plane. We got a premium economy seat right over the wing, so we got a pretty good view of takeoff and kind of the other planes. I was like looking at kind of the technology and kind of these other planes as we passed by and how large they are. And eventually we took off. It was a overall pretty smooth flight, and we got a couple of free goodies. This isn't like business class where you get a ton of great stuff, but we got some basics like an eye mask, we got like a dental kit, we got a couple other things, but nothing too crazy in here. Our meals were okay. I ordered the vegetarian Western meal, which probably was a mistake because Tessa got the vegetarian Asian meal and it was a lot better. I chose to watch a couple movies on the flight to try to stay awake most of the time to get rid of jet lag, but I slept for 3 to 4 hours and then popped some caffeine afterwards so I could stay awake for the rest of the flight. And this is to combat jet lag because we would be landing at night, so I didn't want to sleep the entire way and then be awake the entire night. This is my breakfast. It was okay. It tasted good, but kind of meh overall as far as the food goes, which is kind of what you would expect for anything international unless you're in business class. Eventually we landed, we deplaned, and the airport was empty because, like I said, we landed at like 9 to 9:30 p.m. But we had to go through immigration and customs, which took about like 30 to 45 minutes. Eventually got outside into the traffic of Taipei to get picked up. One of our family members here had booked us a van, and here is our Airbnb tour. We're staying pretty central in Taiwan, or in Taipei here. And we're all staying together at an Airbnb. So we had like kind of this lower level and this upper level with a very, very narrow staircase, which is kind of where all the bedrooms and bathroom are. It's much different style of house than kind of the US because the rooms are separated by a curtain, not necessarily by a door for anything, which is unique. And all the bathrooms have bidets, no toilet paper here, which was also actually really, really nice. As we came out, we were all pretty hungry, so we wandered around. Nothing was really open at that point, so we just went to the tried and true 7-Eleven, which you'll see in the next vlog just how many 7-Elevens there are, so make sure you follow along. But we got some snacks and stuff at 7-Eleven, and the neat part was that if you get something warm, like a sandwich, they actually have toasters there for you, and they toast them so that you can have it nice and prepared for you. Made it to Taiwan in one piece. We are at our Airbnb here. We're staying pretty central within the city, and it's really convenient to get to a lot of different places. Flight was actually great. We upgraded to premium economy, or I guess we bought premium economy tickets because we figured spend a little bit more, hopefully get comfier seats, and it definitely paid off. Those seats were really comfy, so I feel pretty good. Only slept about 3 to 4 hours in the flight so that I could get adjusted here jet lag wise. So I think I did a pretty good job. We'll find out tomorrow as the couple days go on, but excited to get this trip started here in Taiwan. The next morning I went out for a run and there were so many mopeds, and all of them are pretty crazy drivers. They're kind of all over the place. But I think running is a great way to get to know a new city. As long as you have a route planned out or you have Google Maps with you, it's really nice. Super long, nice running trails. And along this run, I didn't really plan too much of a route. I just kind of went by my watch and where I was in Google Maps and saw a lot of great sites, a lot of cultural buildings, a lot of the parks around the area. Really got to explore quite a fair amount of the city and kind of learn my bearings and navigation skills so that I could figure out kind of where we needed to go on. For breakfast, we went to a restaurant called Sihai, which was pretty popular. We had a 20 to 30 minute wait for some buns and some youtiao, which is a fried kind of donut stick, which isn't sweet at all, with some soybean milk.
Pastry and soy milk. Not good.
It's good?
We walked around going to lunch at the Regent Hotel, which is a fancy lunch. We got a ton of coffee. Somehow this is the only coffee that made it into a vlog, but walking around Taipei was pretty nice. It looks honestly very, very much like a Western city. It reminds me a lot of like New York, with a lot of more street stuff kind of based out of that. But this is at Regent Hotel. We had a lunch with some of our family members here, and we had a really, really nice like private room in the back. We had this like little seating area and a nice dim sum style table. We had our own, Tess and I had our own like little vegetarian meals here, while everyone else had their non-vegetarian ones. It was extremely fancy, very, very good, like usual fine dining type stuff though, not too filling, but just a lot of fun stuff and a lot of very tasty stuff. That night we also checked out the night market that was near us, which was definitely an experience. Lots and lots of vendors selling food. There's like games and a bunch of like carnival type stuff. And we tried a ton of food over here, as you will see coming up. This here was some shaved ice and mochi.
Is it good? Is it good?
Good. This is my first Tongyobing, which is a classic street food you'll see later. It's rolled peanut basically with some cilantro in there. Interesting, but pretty good. And this was some grilled king oyster mushroom marinated in lemon and salt and pepper, which was pretty strong and acidic, but also pretty good. So we're at the gym, and this is pay by the minute, and it's a pretty good rate. This is honestly an amazing idea. No membership, no hassle, no nothing like that. You just pay by the minute. So we're gonna get in some workouts. This will be great. This gym is about 3 minutes away, which is ideal, and it's about $5 total for both me and Tessa to work out for 45 minutes each, which is a great deal. Afterwards, we went on the metro line to go check out some breakfast dumplings and buns a little bit further away, so we get to check that out, which is really, really clean. And they have free Wi-Fi on these as well, which is really nice. This area is a big shopping area with huge open streets, kind of like a Times Square-ish, but slightly smaller. And these were the dumplings and buns, which were so good.
That's so good.
It's hot?
I like these better, but these are good.
We found a cute coffee shop on our way back and had an Americano with some orange flavoring. And that day we also entertained some of our family here at our Airbnb, where we had some lunch with them, met a lot of my JoJos and JoMas. That same day, we also checked out a park and a local kind of shopping area / district, which was really nice. There were a ton of people around, tons of like vintage type stores and a bunch of local stores and food. It was really, really crowded because it was a weekend. So there was just a lot of people milling about. There were some local like vendors and stalls with arts and crafts and whatnot. And just overall, a pretty nice environment. Lots of people, like I said, around, as you can see here. On the way back, we stopped for some more Tongyobing, which you can see here being made. This is one of the deep fried versions, where you have this person kind of spreading out that scallion pancake on a surface here, and then it goes into a fryer and gets fried up. There's a bunch of different ways to eat this and have a bunch of different toppings and different sauces, but it's a great street food, although it does make you feel very bloated because of how fried it is.
Oh, that's way better than yesterday.
That's it so far for this vlog. This is part 1 of Asia Travels, so make sure you are subscribed for the next one, and also follow me on Instagram so you can see kind of the daily adventures, and there's a lot more on the Instagram than that's going on YouTube as well, so check that out. Overall, really having a good time so far exploring. I love exploring new cultures, street foods, all that kind of stuff. I feel pretty comfortable here in Taipei. I've been running around, don't feel kind of unsafe anywhere that I'm going. It's relatively clean everywhere compared to other places that I've been to in India. And I feel safe eating the street food as well, which is really nice because I don't have to worry about my stomach getting upset, which, fingers crossed, has been good so far. So make sure you are subscribed to follow along on the adventures, and I'll see you in the next vlog.